Jacquelyn Lussier, welcome to the Potter Buchanan Show. How are you today?
Great. How are you?
I'm doing swell. It's late. I got all the kids down. All I have to do is learn about you, which is why I started this podcast, to learn about cool people doing cool shit. And I saw you on Instagram via my buddy Talon. He used to work for me. Love Talon. That's my guy.
I love
And
Talon too. He's great.
I would think, yeah, you're dating him. I'd hope you'd like him. I
Yeah.
mean, that's a good thing to have. Is
Yeah.
like and love too. I don't know if you guys have used the L word yet, but
Yeah, of course. We're actually moving in together in a couple of weeks.
that's dope. In Boston or where at?
In Pawtucket. So it's like 10 minutes from Providence.
Nice. Yeah, no, I know. But I drive to Rhode Island a lot for work, so getting more familiar with the area.
Nice.
Yeah. So I saw you and I was like, all right, who's like, if anyone you know, like, it's just kind of the way life is with social media. Like, you see anyone you know and you're like, wait, he's dating, like, he wasn't dating anyone when I was working with him. And I mean,
Right.
it was a
Yeah.
while ago. I was like, who is this? Check her out. And then I saw your page. I was like, holy shit. Like, this stuff is dope. Like, you were doing really unique, cool stuff. And I was
Thank
like,
you. Yeah.
yeah. And then I started the show and, like always looking for new guests and new people to talk to. And I was like, I'm gonna hit up Talon. And like obviously I'm gonna go through him first. I'm not just gonna go right to you
Yeah, of course.
like a weirdo. And it's funny, we've had like a group text on and he's been your de facto manager for the process. So
Yeah, for
I,
sure.
I
Yeah,
hope
I think it's taken a couple months to get to this point, but we're here.
we're here. So the scrapping stuff is super cool. Like how did that start? Was that something you were always passionate about? Did you fall into it or like how did that happen?
Yeah. So I'm actually wearing one of them right now. I made this one myself, Hippie Sabotage, which I can tell you a fun story in relation to this shirt. It's kind of like my lucky shirt. But the reason why I started making them in the first place was I had like literally a pile of high school t-shirts that I didn't want to get rid of, but felt like I had to keep. And like I didn't want to wear them, and I would only wear them as pajama shirts. And I feel like one person only needs like 2 pajama shirts. I don't need 10 to 15. So I cut up all the letters and I pretty much know where all of them come from. But I've made probably about 50 to 75 scrap shirts for myself and friends and customers. And for my favorite band, Hippie Sabotage.
Nice. That's so funny because I always get I have a problem and my wife doesn't like it. Like I hold on to stuff and I like want to
Okay.
keep everything. And
Right.
I've had this same thing where I had these old shirts and I'm like, I've had these shirts forever. Like I don't want to just get rid of them. And I like thought of stuff like I took pictures of them and put them on my phone. And I'm like,
Yeah,
I'm,
right,
I'm
right.
gonna remember these, but then like it was like 2 years later. It's like it's fine if I don't remember my Bob Marley shirt that I think I gave it to
Yeah,
my
right.
dad, so he rocks it now. So
Yeah.
yeah. So is this what you do like full time now? I know I've seen you go into the studio, put stuff together like bags and different stuff, but is this like have you been able to make like a full career out of it?
Yeah, so right now, my main gig is working with Ken Stetson making handbags.
Yeah.
I could show you an example if you'd like. His bag was on the cover of the Rhode Island Monthly this past month.
Nice.
And one of the Real Housewives of Rhode Island is holding it. Pretty cool, but I've been doing that for about 2 years and I've gotten pretty proficient in sewing. So I've just kind of done a lot more of my own work, which I did a lot in my A through Z alliteration collection that I completed last year. That was a big goal of mine. But scrap shirts are part of it, just a small part of the 26 letters. And I still have a lot of ideas cooking. Like all of my ideas come from people just giving me objects. And then I'm like, I can
Yeah.
do something with that.
Yeah. So grab
But
the
yeah,
Ken
I don't know.
Stetson. I want to see it. Can you bring it
But yeah.
on?
So all his bags are clutches. This is
Okay.
actually my dog. So he does custom bags as well. But it's a canvas bag. And then you open it. And then that's a bag, baby. But I
That is
make this entire thing and then he sews it up. He
okay.
prints it. My friend Zoe that I work with, it's just us three. She traces it and then I fold, tape, iron, put these on. I make the whole bag.
That's awesome. So was it one of
Yeah.
yours that so Kent got on the The Real Housewives of Rhode Island's relatively new, right?
Yeah, the first season was last summer, and they're filming the second season this summer. But Ken is involved with all of them, and Joellen is one of the wives, and she actually came to the studio to buy a bag. But I could pull up the magazine too if you want. It'll take me a second to grab. I could show
Yeah.
you the bag that's on the cover.
Yeah, bring it.
Yeah, might as well.
So there it is.
That's his bag. Yeah, I made that on the cover of Rhode Island Monthly. Ken
That's
Stetson, Curly, and Zoe.
that's dope.
Right? And then this is one of the Real Housewives, which when you open it, which is crazy that they cut off her head. Definitely T, but there's like one picture of her holding it.
They chop her head off.
To be like, guess who's inside? It says, inside we reveal our top secret model. And then look at this. Navigant Credit Union paid a lot to be the inside of the cover. God damn.
Damn. That's a big money spot right there.
Yeah, right? But pretty cool. That happened in the last month.
That's dope. Do you sell your dog bag, or is that just a personal one?
That's my just personal custom bag. But he can do any dog, any cat, any animal.
Whatever you're looking for.
Yeah, it's a really great gift. He has like a lot, like if you want to check out the website, kenstetson.com, it's just like literally whatever your interest is, he has a bag for it. Like you like margaritas, there's a margarita bag and it has a little lime attached to it. So he inspired a lot of my pieces too, because he gave me just like a bag of olives, fake olives that he didn't use anymore, but used to put on the martini bag.
Yeah.
And I ended up taking the olives and putting them on overalls and called them olive overalls.
I like that. Yeah, I've seen some of the attire. Zippers is a big passion of yours as well, correct?
Well, that was just like the last of the alphabet, so it was a big thing. Yeah. But yeah, I made a corset made out of zippers.
Yeah, that was pretty dope. So explain when you did the alphabet series, it's inspiration from one letter for one outfit or for multiple outfits across it?
I actually ended up doing a fashion show where I styled 6 models in the whole alphabet, and they all kind of had themes. I have that on my Instagram as well, but like I had a whole like food outfit, which included like the bagel bolo, caramel cracker anklet, the olive overalls. Like it was a whole like yum vibe.
Yeah.
And then another girl, it was kind of like more of like a Bratz doll vibe. So she was wearing a clock choker, a zany zipper, charm cargos, brooch bag. And actually, this loops into my Grammy passed away, which is why our show canceled a couple weeks ago. But a lot of my pieces that I made were from my Grammy's jewelry. So the brooch bag, the jewelry jacket, those were all her jewelry pieces that I wasn't necessarily going to wear, but wanted to celebrate and like showcase. So while she was still with us, I made those things, showed her, was able to share those really awesome things with her. So it was awesome.
That's really cool. So Granny lives on in the art, huh?
Yeah, for sure. I feel like that's definitely how I express and process like just any kind of feeling.
Yeah. No, it's a healthier outlet than most,
Yeah, for sure. But I do that, and the scrap shirt started from my journals. In 2020 started journaling, and this is my 6th version of this, but they're all like pretty big. And then like inside, like each month has like its own vibe.
Shit.
Like this, we made bags for the female comedians, including Chelsea Handler. So we went to her comedy show, and then this is like all the tickets and whatnot from that night. And then actually, I'll show you the Best of Rhode Island party entry.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
I keep busy.
So it's like a journal / diary of like what's happening?
Yeah, I call it a living scrapbook. And I used to make YouTube videos in 2020 if you have bored and want to watch something. I made a video every month about my journal. And I think it's pretty cool. I would do a green screen moment. Come on. Like it's very much my personality.
Yeah. Have you always been into content creation? What did you go to school for originally?
Yeah, I went to Johnson & Wales for media communication.
Nice.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that checks out.
Yeah, but graduated during COVID, so it wasn't the ideal way to jump into the workforce. And I got lucky. I was working at Rhode Island PBS, but I was only getting paid $11 an hour. which like that was Rhode Island minimum wage at the time. And I think at this point they're now Ocean State Media and not even affiliated with PBS. So, everything happens for a reason, but that was a really good way to start.
Yeah. What did you do at PBS? Were you producing like
No, I wasn't a
stuff?
producer. My technical title was a master control operator.
Okay.
Which was just like a fancy way of saying I made sure we were on air. And then if we went black, I would let one of the technicians know. It was for them. I mean, that's why I got paid what I did. But I also operated studio camera for a couple different shows, like Rhode Island Weekly and a Lively Experiment was the other one.
Okay. So that seems like a more important job than $11 an hour, like making sure the show's actually airing. Like that's
Yeah,
kind
like making sure Sesame Street is on for your kids, like that
yeah.
was that's what I was doing. But I mean, it's just the funding and whatnot. So I ended
Yeah.
up not working there long, ended up pursuing other opportunities and haven't really gotten back into the media space. So I kind of fell into fashion, which I'm not complaining.
Yeah. No, I mean, I feel like a lot of people have that as their dream. It's kind of like the guy's version of like, I'm going to play professional sports. Like that's what we
Yeah,
all think we're going to do. And 99% don't. So the fact that you're
right.
actually like doing it is pretty cool.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Brother is currently going into college and is literally in that mindset of like playing football. Definitely get it.
Yeah. Is he good? Like, what's his position? Do you even know?
Yeah, he's defense, I think.
Yeah. So you're not doing a lot of like a sports watching in your spare time?
No, for sure not. I watch a lot of reality TV.
Okay. So you're up on the Housewives and whatnot.
Yes, absolutely. Housewives, Love Island, currently watching Let's Marry Harry on Netflix.
What is that about?
Just like dating shows. They're all good. I love drama.
No, I understand. What's Marry Harry?
Let's
Who's
Marry
Harry?
Harry. It's 20 girls that just want to marry this guy Harry that's been on a couple other reality shows.
Is he a
They're
bachelor?
all they're all pining for him.
Is that like I've never even heard of that. There's so much out there. Is it better?
Yeah, I mean there's Love After Lockup. That's another one I've been
Hey,
watching.
that show is phenomenal. I, I love so I'm a bit of like how like 90 Day Fiance was a huge one for me back in the day.
Yeah, so you
Great
get
moment.
it.
But Love After Lockup do they still create new ones or do you watch like the old episodes?
I just watched the most recent season. I said season 7. I don't know. I'm sure it's not new. I don't know. It's just on Peacock.
The greatest episode maybe of television ever is I don't know if it's like the first season or something, but this woman gets out of jail, blonde lady, guy marries her, buys her a ring, buys her a car, and it's like 24 hours after she's out. She steals everything and leaves him and just starts smoking crack again because that's
Yeah.
all she wanted to do. Have you seen that
Yeah.
episode?
No, definitely not that. I just started watching that one too. I just watch a lot of TV while I'm keeping my hands busy. I like keeping my mind kind of occupied too. So I just kind of listen to a lot of
Yeah. No, that is a
nonsense.
good, like, if you're actually working, like, you don't have to fully pay attention. It's a great
Yeah.
avenue for that.
Yeah, for sure.
Have you ever watched Summer House?
No, but I'm leaning on to watching that because one of the hosts on Love Island, After Sun, is from Summer House. Her name's Sierra.
Yeah, Sierra.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and my wife. So she watched it for her like maternity leave show, but like
Yeah.
I like if I'm there, I'm watching it. So like I didn't get to watch the full thing, but that show's phenomenal. I'd
Yeah,
highly
that's something
recommend.
else I'll have to watch for sure then.
Yeah.
Talon's been watching them with me too. So that's good.
It's what
We actually
happens.
got cast to be on a YouTube show called Extra Medium Stuff. That's like a trivia show.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like 20 people lined up, and it's usually filmed in Grand Rapids, Michigan, but they're doing like a pop-up in Boston, and we applied months ago. So they reached out to Talon the other day, and they were like, hey, you interested in coming? And then he's like, yeah. And then he's like, can my girlfriend come too? Because I also applied, but didn't get in. And they were like, well, usually day of, like 2 people end up canceling, so we'll have her as like a standby and then have her come in if somebody leaves.
Okay, so you at least get a shot at getting on.
Yeah, I'm feeling hopeful. If 2 people usually back out, I'm here.
Nice. Extra medium stuff. What is the trivia about?
All trivia, general trivia.
Are you guys good?
When we watch it together, we're pretty good.
Okay. Is this as popular on the YouTubes?
Yeah, I'd say. Me and him just started watching it probably in January, and it's like our show, and we joke that it's like a part of our simulation because they upload new episodes every week. And each episode relates to like things that happened that week with us. So like if like I don't know, it's just little synchronicities. Which a random fun thing that happened last night, I have with my journal, I always pick up like little bits of paper, stickers if I find them on the street and stuff. And I found a playing card, which I used to find playing cards all the time, as crazy as that is. But yesterday I found my first one in like about a year since I started dating Talon. And it was the Five of Hearts. And you know what
Wow.
that means?
No.
Well, I only use one resource to kind of keep it like consistent. It's called Cardarium. It's kind of like tarot cards for playing cards.
Yeah.
And it means my relationship is on the right track and marriage is ahead.
Let's go. So you didn't seek this card out. This card found you.
Yeah, I found this on the ground. And I was like,
That's
Talon, it's a sign. And because it was like this, it was upside down. And I was like, what is it going to be? What is it going to be? And I had an ex-boyfriend that I would find playing cards all the time. And I always found it was the Jack of Clubs, I think, or Jack of Spades. And that means caution, beware. This man's out to get you, to use you for his own good. And he was a comedian. So he would use me for material. When I
that's
look back on
bullshit.
it.
Yeah, my sister dates a comedian. He uses her
Yeah.
for material. He's a dickhead. I'm just kidding. I love you, man. But if you're watching this, now I'll
Yeah.
know. Now I'll know if he watched it. No, he's a great guy. But that's interesting. So you're like a person of the universe. Do you like put stuff out? Because like maybe I have found a playing card, but I would have never thought of it. And
Yeah,
this
right.
happens to you often?
This is the first time this year, which is like very powerful. But like 2 years ago, I would find them like weekly, daily, and I always post this kind of stuff on my stories. And people are like, what the fuck? Like, you're the only person. Like, I would find dice sometimes, and like, they're like, life is a game.
Yeah. Were you living next to like a magic shop at the time?
No, I was living near a school/park, so
Could do it, but still.
yeah.
Yeah. So what's up with the squirrels? Are you a squirrel aficionado?
Yes, I haven't fed the squirrels in a while, and my babies miss me.
Yeah.
But I love how I brought all my props in because my props keep coming in handy. But I made a vision board at the beginning of the year because I make a bingo card every year.
Yeah.
And so far we've checked off some things on the bingo card, but this is my vision board, and I just put the squirrel there because he's cute. And then I ended up feeding a squirrel a couple days after.
So how'd you get into the feeding squirrel? Have you always been a squirrel person? And I saw some squirrel.
No, it's just kind of something that hit me.
Yeah. What do you feed?
I was like, I don't know. I feel like squirrels, like almost like horse girl energy. Like I feel like I have squirrel girl energy.
You definitely have. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So you get it. I'm just kind of like, just like storing my nuts,
No, I absolutely get it. Yeah. People say watch out for horse girls. I don't really know, though.
I brought a bunch of these to Bonnaroo and made a bunch of trinkets to give out to people and their little squirrels.
I like that.
And they're orange.
So you went to the most recent Bonnaroo?
Yes. But also on the note of my thing, I have a bingo card here with Talon. Look at how much we've done.
Wow.
Including VIP for Hippie Sabotage at Red Rocks because of this shirt.
How they saw it?
I'm getting very passionate, but this is why I wore this tonight.
I feel bad. I don't even know what Hippie Sabotage.
It's okay. I've been listening to them for the last 10 years. They're two brothers. It's just kind of like trap, chill. I feel like it's a good combination of both. But Jeff, one of the brothers, is just an insane guitarist, and I just love his shit. So I've seen them live at least 10 times. 3 years ago, my sister put my business card in his pocket after the show. It was the first time we met them, and my sister just popped it in. And then he was like, what was that? And she's like, don't worry about it. Like, you'll get it later. Next year, me and my sister are super drunk. We're in line getting merch. He comes up to me because I have this big hair, and he recognized me. And then he was like, hey, I still have your card, your thing. Like, it's right there. And I'm like, oh my God, right where? Right where? Like, is it inspiration for him to make music? Like, oh my God. But then year 3, this year, Talon has never seen Hippie Sabotage. He came with me.
Yeah.
Me, him, and my sister. We were standing right up front. Jeff recognized me. pointed, playing his thing, you know, the whole thing. I brought 2 shirts for him and Jeff. That one that's just like this, but the S is the Boston S instead of the B. And then at the end of the show, Talon's like, "Are you sure they're gonna come out? Are you sure?" And I was like, "Yeah, duh. I met them 2 years in a row. This is my lucky shirt. I'm gonna meet him a 3rd time." Well, what do you know? Here he is. And then he's like, "I remember you. You always come out. Like, so it's cool seeing you again." And like Talon was just like starstruck in the moment, like, "Oh my God, this is Jacquelyn's dream," you know? And a
Yeah.
couple weeks later, he bought tickets for us to go see them at Red Rocks. So Talon says, "Oh, in a couple weeks, we're going to be seeing you at Red Rocks too." And then he was like, "No way. Maybe I can get you guys VIP." And Talon's like, "Give me your number." It just like put his phone in his face, and Jeff ended up giving him his number. So then we ended up texting a picture like with the shirt, like, "Don't forget." Like, and then a couple weeks later, we text him. He doesn't answer. We're like, "Oh, whatever." And then the day of, we're like, "Hey, any chance? We're still gonna be there, but maybe."
Yeah.
And then he was like, "Yeah, for sure. Give me your first and last name and I'll hook it up." And it was Mother's Day. It was the literally last show of their tour. We were in the VIP thing at Red Rocks for the first time with his mom on Mother's Day. Just incredible stuff.
That's insane.
And then he posted on his Instagram a picture of him wearing the shirt.
Wow. Did he? So you've lived like, that's like your life. That's your favorite band.
Yeah, I feel like it's every fangirl's dream, like literally.
I mean, even more so. Like, that's got to be like a 1% chance of something like that happening.
Right? So that's why I figured if we had nothing to talk about tonight, I could tell you that really passionate story.
I think you can talk. I mean, that's the thing. You don't know where the show is going to go, but you start going and then there it is. So
Yeah.
I got to check these guys out. Red Rocks, I mean, if they're playing Red Rocks, they're pretty legit, right? They're like a big
Yeah,
band.
they're definitely more popular out west. They're kind of just like, I don't know if you know, like Goth Babe, Odessa, like kind of like groups like that, like electronic, but
Odessa sounds familiar. I listened to hip hop and then like any old school rock or anything, Beatles. Yeah, I do. I had an EDM phase, but I'm old, you know. So
yeah.
it was like I used to go to shows. One of my friends, actually, she's really into it. Also, redheaded. I don't know if there's any coincidence there, but she loved like they're not necessarily EDM. They're trap. What was it? Trap something. Chill. You said
Like trap chill. I don't know if that's even a genre, but that's how I describe it.
I don't know what that means. Anyway, I used to go to the EDM shows and just, roll my face off and stuff like that. But that's why yeah, because it was a good time. Not anymore. I have children. I will not be doing that again.
Yeah.
I think the only shows I want to go to is keep going up. We go to Zach Brown every year. Well, we used to, not now that we have children. And I want to go to Paul McCartney until he dies.
Is Zach Brown band the one that gave away the cruises recently?
Did they give away cruises? I don't know. They sort of...
Yeah, their Fenway show, they gave a cruise away to everybody in the audience. It was the biggest live studio audience giveaway ever.
Wow. Well, I think they're making up for some stuff.
A couple weeks ago.
Yeah, I think they drifted a little to the right side, so maybe they were trying to buy back some good grace with that. That would have been cool though. A free cruise.
Yeah, I mean, if you've gone every year, yeah, it's a shitty time to miss it.
Yeah, I'm exaggerating. We used to go every year until the children came along. Now with the little guy, we've done nothing. It's been a summer of nothing. Did you see? So what else was on the summer agenda? We had Red Rocks, another Hippie Sabotage show, Bonnaroo, or the other one,
skinny dipping.
Just anywhere or like at a special place?
We ended up doing it at Block Island at the Mohegan Bluffs.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was my first time ever. It was something I've always wanted to do, and I did it.
Just skinny dipping in general or at that spot?
Skinny dipping in general. Just, I don't know. I feel like it's something we all fear. Why? We're all naked under those clothes, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I'm old now. I would literally not care. Like if I was younger, I'd be more self-conscious. But
yeah, there was like 30 people on the beach and only 5 naked.
Okay.
So Talon was like, I don't know if I want to anymore. And I was like, don't be a little bitch. Don't kill my vibe.
So you were the one who had to talk him into it?
Yeah, we were in the water and then I was like, fuck it. I'm going to do it anyway without you. And I took my top off. And then when I did, he took off his pants.
Well, then he's got to. You
Yeah.
can't. You can't let your woman go nude and just, you know,
Yeah.
sit there fully clothed with your arms folded.
Exactly. But
So,
we did that. We did a drive-in movie. Had a picnic recently, kayaking, lots of fun stuff this summer.
so you're just like doing like drive-in picnic. You're doing wholesome stuff,
Yeah.
some risque stuff with the skinny dipping. You're just covering all the bases here.
Yeah, I do a lot of physical activity. I've been having Talon join me for like yoga and Pilates. I did a mega skate last weekend, the Boston Lobster Roll, which is where like people from all over the country come to a city, like whether it be New York, Washington, D.C., Boston was last weekend, and then people just skate together. Last year I did 2 days, but this year I only did one day. I did 15 miles, and that was the Friday night skate. And I was one of 150 on quads, which is like the one with 2 and 2.
Okay. Like,
Everybody else was on inlines.
so you were doing like roller palace roller skates.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which like aren't typically for distance, but you can. It's just more difficult, like more leg strength. But whatever, I got that, you know.
There you go. It's the yoga and Pilates. You would think that would be tough on the calves. You'd have to get more traction because you're not the inline are the point is to like make it smooth and propel you forward, right?
Right, right. Yeah, this is more so like balance, and especially like on Boston cobblestone.
So you're 15 miles just shaking
Yeah, pretty much.
in your skates.
But so I need to get inlines, but a requirement for me to buy anything new is it has to be orange.
So orange,
So
is that just go with the theme of curly
yeah, it's just like
red?
it's my thing. I don't know, it's been my thing for like 8 years at least.
8 years. I'm still trying to get my 2-year-old to figure out his favorite color. My 4-year-old son's been purple since he could speak purple, and he's stuck with it. We're trying to pin
Hmm.
down, but the 2-year-old every day, whatever the last color was, you'll say, "Hey, what's your favorite color?" And go, whatever, yellow, green, whatever last color he heard. So, so
I feel
eight,
like I went through evolutions. It was like pink for a while, then it was purple, then it was yellow, then it was green. But orange is like everything is orange.
yeah. Does that have
It
anything
looks
to?
good because my aesthetic is like natural wood and plants and then just a pop of orange.
Okay. Well, my logo's orange, so I feel it. I
Yeah,
don't know.
that's why I was like, the universe works in mysterious ways.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe this could be a thing. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Does it have anything to do with the hair or that's not related?
Unrelated.
Okay.
Yeah, just by chance.
You seem very
I think it
disappointed
like
there.
genuinely started because my whole life I didn't wear like orange, red, or pink because I thought it didn't go with my hair. But now
Yeah.
those are like colors I lean towards mostly because like,
Fuck it.
yeah, just
So, did you always rock like the giant hair? Was there any point where like cuz I know
no. Yeah, I straightened it my whole life.
yeah. And I know growing
Yeah.
up like redheaded kids like they can get it. Was it like something you weren't confident in at first and then you had to like grow into it? Cuz like it's true like
Absolutely, yeah.
kids are
I was
dickheads.
also really chubby growing up,
Okay.
so I was the chubby redhead on top of it. Got called names, everything you could think of. Jack-o'-lantern hurt the hardest though because, my name's Jacquelyn and I'm round and orange. So I was a jack-o'-lantern a couple years ago for Halloween. Just
So
like
you're
cute
owning it
about it.
now. You've made it out of
Yes, for
there.
sure. But it wasn't until I graduated college in 2020 where I was like wearing my hair like naturally. And then I got my hairdresser that I still have today. Me and her have been vibing for 6 years, but she cut my hair super short. And then I just kind of like embraced my texture because like I have a lot of hair. Like this is just like a lot. Um,
It must have been a bitch to straighten that every day.
yeah, no, this takes a while. It used to take me a couple hours. I got it down to like an hour now. It's a science.
Yeah, you got it down. Well, I'm glad you made it through that. Kids can be assholes, and especially I don't know what it is about the redheaded thing, but it caught on at some point during
Yeah.
maybe like the 1800s or something. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, gingers have no souls.
Yeah, you must have got that. Yeah.
Yeah.
You just got to make it through the other side because redheads are cool.
Yeah. And like I said, don't ever touch your hair, don't ever dye your hair. And I feel like auburn, copper, whatever trendy word girls are using, like red hair is like the top top dyed hair nowadays.
Yeah. No, they do it. They're appropriating your culture. It's pretty fucked
Not
up.
exactly, but I did do a piece in college about redheads and how they're stigmatized in media. And a fun fact for you is that redheads make up 40 to 60% of commercial slots, even though they only make up 1 to 2% of the population.
So it's very
It's almost
advantageous.
like a diverse white person.
It is.
It's insane. It's so crazy.
Yeah. Well,
And
what were we gonna
to
say?
go back to diversity and like typecasting, like 3 years ago, I was casted. I went to a random open call for Big Brother,
Yeah.
and I wasn't expecting of it. Never watched Big Brother. Fuck it. Was wearing orange with my hair. Ended up getting a call back. Went through several interviews. Made it to the semifinals for that. Didn't get through. A couple weeks later, I got another text from the casting producer saying, "Hey, we got another show for you. Let's try this one." And it was Deal or No Deal Island, the second season. So I got through all the way to the semifinals for that. Was like the next choppy block before being on the thing. Like I had to do a swim test, a psych exam, a bunch of interviews, and I passed everything. But then they ended up, like, when they ended up revealing the cast, there was another redhead. Can't have two.
Yeah.
But the reason why they cut me was they had too many 20-somethings. They just had another redhead. That's genuinely what it was. And it's crazy because you'll see several brunettes, several blondes. You can only have one redhead. Watch, you're gonna see it now on all media. If you ever see a redhead, there was only one.
No, I mean, you don't have to tell me. Yeah. It would be, I don't know. It's so bizarre casting. But if you saw two redheaded characters on like a sitcom, it would be kind of odd. But two redheaded people.
Right? But it's only because it hasn't happened that way. Like, I feel like now it's more common for there to be two black people than there is to be like
100%.
two redheads, right?
Well, yeah, it used to be there was the black friend up until like 2008. Like you had the one guy, he was the black friend, or the black girl, she was the black friend. Now it's like diversity crazy with like POCs, but redheaded still one's the fucking limit.
No, right.
Yeah.
It is such a crazy, stupid thing, like when I say it out loud, but like it's crazy.
Yeah.
On all those dating shows I watch, never, literally never, because they're not attractive conventionally. And when I was like deep in dating too, like it was a lot of like crazy shit.
Yeah. Well, people fetishize redheads as well. Like some people have
like it's so much stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Some people are weird about it. This is an impromptu segment. Top 5 redheads all time. Who do you got?
I don't have a top 5.
No.
Maybe myself in that category. No. Because I feel like that's adding to the stigma that I'm talking about here.
What? But that's just like, I don't know. Like you could do we can cut that part, I guess, if we don't have the top 5. I can't think of any. I think Ron Howard's on the Mount Rushmore. I mean, it's just the Mount Rushmore redheads. Does that you think that stigmatizes it worse?
I think so, yeah, because they're only famous usually for their red hair, right?
Ron Howard's one of the most famous directors of all time. And then you'd have to go like Andy Dalton, you don't watch football, quarterback, the Red Rocket. He wasn't famous. He was, in spite of his red hair, he made the NFL.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. I don't think that has any bearing on your athletic performance.
Like Carrot Top, of course. I mean,
see, now you're playing in. I sucked you in. Now
but you know what I mean? Yeah, that aside, it is something that I deal with every day. Like I was walking down the street, walking my dog the other day. A guy goes, "Good morning," and then he stops. He looks me up and down. He's like, "Good morning." Like,
well, he might have just liked you. I mean, that might have not been a hair thing.
I don't know. I had a guy followed me on the highway the other day. Was like pointing at his own head, pointing at me, smiling, thumbs up, and it's like, okay, like
What is? Did he also have red hair, or just the fact that you had red?
Just liked mine.
And he wanted you to know that by putting.
Yeah, and I drive an orange car, so it was easy to follow me in traffic.
What was his? People like that are so crazy. Like, what was his end game that you'd be like, oh, like I'm gonna pull up? Like,
I mean, a couple of times that's happened to me in traffic, and I've gotten people's Instagrams.
Really?
Yeah.
That's fascinating. How do you? So it's just like bumper to bumper. So you're just like talking
bumper
to the person?
bumper, and then they're just staring at me.
Yeah.
And then I like nod, like I see ya. And then they go, I like your hair. I'm like, thanks. Like, I don't know what else to say, you know, like after 28 years, I've gotten so many versions of that compliment. Like, it's like another one that I get a lot that's so interesting is like, if they compliment me and they're like, wow, you have really nice hair. I'm like, thanks. They're like, you get that all the time, don't you? Like, you know, like, not really, no. Like, but like, I don't know. There's just like, or I know my cousin's friend's daughter's brother's sister has red hair.
Yeah. There's a joke I want to make
You
there
know,
though.
like, I
Yeah.
just, yeah. It's a lot of interesting things that I've dealt with.
Yeah. I know. I thought when I didn't know if you'd get deep into it, but it is fascinating. And like you've owned it. You should, if somebody pulls and like, I like your hair, like in there, you should be like, fucking follow me and buy a shirt if you like my
Yeah,
hair.
right. Which I feel like that's what kind of like curly has started for me. Like
Yeah.
wearing orange, my hair. It's like, oh, you match your hair, your clothes match this, and it's like,
Yeah.
hi, nice to meet you. You know, like instead of just being like, let's
Yeah.
make an opportunity out of this. Because my mom is a redhead. I thought my grandma was my whole life, but she dyes it. But my mom and then my aunt, me, and that's pretty much it.
Okay. So it's obviously a familial thing.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
So Granny was dyeing it the whole time. So what was
Not that Grammy, my grandma. Yeah, my
Your
grandma still
grandma?
dyes it red to this day. Yeah, grandma and Grammy.
Okay, grandma and Grammy. Yeah, no, that's a distinct difference. I definitely understand that. You gotta appropriately name them all. I never considered it before I had children, but like all of them needed to claim or like get a name. So
Yeah,
it's
right.
something like you kind of have to figure out, which you don't really like when you're a kid. You're just like that's their name, but you never realize there was something in figuring out how they got that. But so that's something to keep in mind someday, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So, what do you have coming up? Like, what's on the horizon for work?
Well,
For like,
moving.
yep, moving.
We're moving into a really cool place that I'm hoping I create a lot more content. Planning
Cool.
on sharing a lot more content of like creating my space, creating more that way, because I'm not going to be in an uncomfortable living situation anymore. So that way I can be myself in my own space, which I'm really looking forward to. We're going to the Sequoia National Forest mid-September.
Nice.
Big orange trees. Very excited for that.
On brand.
Yeah. And then looking even further into the future, I would like to be Tigger for Halloween and Talon be Winnie the Pooh.
He'd make a great Pooh, and I think
Right? And I was
yeah.
like, so cute. He would be like pantless with a little belly shirt and then like, you know those cheese ball containers?
Yeah.
If I like made that look like a honey pot, so cute.
Yeah. Are you going like face paint, like full Tigger?
I
Or
don't
how
know
would you do it?
yet. Last year I was strawberry shortcake and he was my strawberry.
Nice. That
Which was
works.
solid. I paper mached my hat. It was really good.
So
But
you
I want
must
to do
love
something like that.
you must love Halloween, like doing like what you do.
Yeah. Every year I'm like something fun.
Yeah, and you make all your stuff.
For the most part, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be another thing to do too, is making like unique Halloween costumes for people. I'm sure that's a service
Yeah, I don't know if
somewhere.
that's something yeah, that's definitely a very seasonal job.
It
But
is.
I'm planning on once we're in the new space, I'm revamping my entire website right now, curlyheadedred.com. You can buy scrap shirts, but not really in a way that I'd like to present it. I want to make it a little bit more like fun and intuitive. And then also display my entire A through Z collection on there because right now it's not there at all. Right now it's just like my scrapbooking stuff, which is what started my website. But yeah, all coming soon.
Excellent. Any new bags coming out? Any new collabs?
Well, we can always make a custom. If you want one for your wife, we can put the kids on a bag.
Yeah, well,
Or if you got an animal, anything.
I was just gonna say this is gonna end on such a sad note. Our cat's an outdoor cat, Tomato, and we haven't seen her for like we haven't seen her for like 6 days. So she's coming back though. And
I mean, my sister lost her cat for 6 months.
I know people say this all the time, and if she doesn't, I'm gonna hit you up, and I'm gonna get either some sort of it'd have to be a funny bag. Maybe I'll get like a backpack for work or something.
Yeah, I mean, anything that you can think of. It has to be on a clutch, but like we can make whatever on the clutch.
Okay.
And there's different sizes and stuff, but this is Aldo. But he's not
Aldo.
here tonight. He's at his dad's house.
I
But
know. I remember we got into this like when we attempted to film it the first time, and so
yeah.
you share custody. Is there any disputes? Is there like court cases going on, or is that a
No, besides the small scare here and there with him threatening me to take me to court because he's stupid.
yeah?
But yeah, all is pretty well. We've been doing it the last 3 years.
That's pretty good. That's a long-standing dog.
Yeah, it's been altered as it went from every weekend to every other week. So instead of seeing him 100 times a year, I only see him 50 times.
Not that you're counting though.
Yeah.
But he's probably pumped to see you, and he gets to do different stuff at different times. So
Well, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I love hanging out with my dog. He's the best. He's
yeah,
high energy, husky, so we go for lots of runs, walks, all that
nice.
stuff.
Shout out Aldo.
But this has been lovely, Potter. I appreciate you for
I appreciate you as
interviewing
well.
me tonight. I wish I could give you this squirrel, but here he is virtually.
All right, give it a talent. I'll see him at some point.
Yeah.
Well, if you guys are in Massachusetts, we can meet up. Have
sure. I'll mention it to him.
have a beverage. I'm gonna give him a call after this.
Okay.
Thank him for being a great manager. But I really appreciate it. You brought the absolute energy. Your shit is cool. Go check out the website, check out the Instagram, and I'm excited to see what you do next.
All right. Thanks, Potter. Take care.
Thank you.